Imagine doing everything society told you to do. You study hard, you get a degree, you find a stable job, you work 40 hours a week, every month a paycheck arrives in your bank account. From the outside, everything looks fine, but inside, something feels wrong. Your savings grow slowly, debt never fully disappears, and every time you finally feel ahead, another expense appears. The strange thing is, millions of people are experiencing the exact same situation. They're not poor, but they're not building wealth either. This is the financial reality of the modern middle class, and today we're going to uncover the hidden math that keeps the middle class from getting rich. Once you see it, you'll never think about money the same way again. For decades, the middle-class dream followed a simple formula. Go to school, get a degree, find a stable career, work hard for decades, then retire comfortably. For many people in the past, this system worked. But over the last few decades, something quietly changed. Housing prices increased dramatically. Education costs exploded. Healthcare became more expensive. Daily living costs continued rising. But salaries? They barely kept up. So even though people are working just as hard as before, the financial gap between income and expenses keeps getting wider. And this is where the middle-class struggle begins. Let's imagine someone named David. David is 35 years old. He has a stable office job. He earns around $65,000 a year. He rents a decent apartment. He owns a reliable car. And from the outside, David looks financially stable. But here's what his monthly life actually looks like. His paycheck arrives, and almost immediately money begins leaving his account. Rent, car payment, student loans, insurance, groceries, utilities, subscriptions. Before the month is over, most of his income is already gone. David isn't wasting money. He's simply living the standard middle-class lifestyle, and yet he still struggles to build real wealth. One of the biggest financial traps for the middle class is salary dependence. Most people believe that earning a higher salary automatically leads to wealth. But salaries have a fundamental limitation. They depend on time. You exchange hours of your life for money, and there are only 24 hours in a day. Even if David gets promoted, even if he earns more money, his income still depends on his job. If he stops working, the income stops too. Meanwhile, wealthy individuals often earn money in a completely different way, not from time, but from assets. Assets generate income automatically, and that's a huge difference. Another major reason the middle class struggles to build wealth is debt. For many people, debt begins early: student loans, then credit cards, then car loans, and eventually mortgages. Debt slowly becomes a normal part of everyday life. But debt carries a hidden cost that many people underestimate: interest. Interest quietly transfers money from borrowers to lenders. Over time, interest payments can consume thousands of dollars, money that could have been invested instead, money that could have built long-term wealth. Let's break down the hidden math. David earns $65,000 per year. After taxes, he takes home about $48,000. That's roughly $4,000 per month. Now look at his monthly expenses. Rent, $1,500. Car payment, $400. Student loan, $350. Groceries, $450. Insurance, $300. Utilities, $200. Transportation, $150. Subscriptions and other costs, $250. Total monthly spending, around $3,600. That leaves only $400 per month, which means David saves about $4,800 per year. At this rate, Building serious wealth could take decades. But one of the most powerful hidden traps is something called lifestyle inflation. This happens when spending increases every time income increases. David receives a promotion. His salary rises to $80,000. At first, he plans to save more, but slowly, his lifestyle begins upgrading. A nicer apartment, a newer car, more dining out, better gadgets, more vacations. Soon, his spending rises to match his income, and his savings stay almost the same. This cycle repeats for millions of people. The real cost of lifestyle inflation isn't just the money spent, it's the opportunity cost. Every dollar spent today is a dollar that can't be invested. And over time, that lost investment growth becomes massive. For example, a $500 monthly expense invested instead at an 8% annual return could grow into over $700,000 in 40 years. That's the hidden math most people never see. Small spending decisions today can dramatically affect your financial future. Over time, financial pressure creates emotional stress. People feel like they are constantly running, but never arriving. They work harder every year, yet financial freedom still feels far away. They worry about retirement. They worry about unexpected emergencies. They worry about their family's future. And slowly, many people begin to believe that this cycle is simply normal. But it doesn't have to be. Escaping the middle-class money trap requires a shift in strategy. Instead of focusing only on income, focus on ownership. Assets create income, and assets grow over time. There are three powerful principles: control lifestyle inflation, reduce high-interest debt, and consistently invest in assets, stocks, businesses, real estate, digital assets. Over time, these assets begin generating income. Eventually, your money begins working for you. The middle class works incredibly hard, but hard work alone doesn't create wealth. Understanding the hidden math behind salary, debt, and lifestyle inflation is the first step toward financial freedom. Because wealth isn't just about how much money you earn. It's about how much you keep, how much you invest, and how long you allow that money to grow. Once you change that mindset, everything begins to change. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about personal finance, investing, escaping debt traps, and understanding the hidden math of money, make sure to subscribe, because financial education might be the most valuable investment you ever make.